as an Oba, he said one thing, that if he did not make the stool, he would have probably be a local government councillor, because he wanted to be near to the people. He has seen it all, as a senator, as a governor, and now as an Oba. And he has studied Ibadan and seen the shortcomings that we have in Ibadan, particularly among the youths. He wants to get the youth back to work. When you move the length and breadth of Ibadan, you see that you see a lot of youths loitering around. What are they doing? And you say, this is one thing that is bothering His Imperial Majesty. Not only that, he's also concerned about land grabbers. And he has said it. Your forefathers sold a land 50 years ago, and you are coming back to say that you are not a signatory to a part of that transaction. You see, his intention is to restore the name of Ibadan, restore the honesty that we are known for, and restore our pride, so that the ordinary man on the street will walk tall as an Ibadan man. I think these are some of the things that Oba Ladoja intends to do, and we pray that God will give him the opportunity for a long reign to be able to shape and put everything as it used to be in Ibadan, in terms of peace and stability, tranquility.
You've actually given us what I would say like a holistic look of what his agenda will be. But before we even get to that point, let me go back a little. In 2004, I remember he was a governor. He was the governor of Oyo State then. And it was at the time when I didn't really understand the system, the unique Ibadan chieftaincy system. So I recall that when he turned 60, and BCS then did a documentary around him, one question that was posed to His Excellency then, now His Imperial Majesty, is that what is it in this life that he desired the most? And he said, God sparing his life, he would love to become the Olubadan one day. And at that point, I didn't really understand it. I was wondering, okay, you're the governor. I mean, the governor is the number one person in the state. How come you still desire to become the Olubadan? But, I mean, that speaks to how he had longed for this position. It's somebody that you are close to. Can you give us an idea of, how deeply rooted the idea of Ibadan and being the Olubadan is to him as a person?
There's no way you will talk about Oba Ladoja will talk without being in Ibadan. I recall that specifically he told us when he was with the oil company, I don't want to mention the name because we are not going to pay for commercial, where he worked. He said anytime anybody from Ibadan comes, whether you are a citizen, an indigenous of Ibadan or not, the moment you mention Ibadan, it will ring some bell in his head. Okay? It's a kind of somebody from home has come to him. And he will talk about his growth in Ibadan. He will talk about his aspirations for Ibadan, and he will talk about the primary school he attended, the secondary school he attended in Ibadan Boys High School, and by coincidence, his father also attended that school.
Interesting.
And he will say now that the way things were when he was there,
people knew with his Ankara, his famous Ankara fabric.
Yes, I also favor Ankara. I have bundles and bundles of Ankara in my house because it is easier than the suit that we wear. It is not heavy. You enjoy it. And I think Oba Ladoja has class. People may feel that the Ankara is for downtrodden people, pedestrian. But what is Oba Ladoja? Oba Ladoja, when you are with him, when everybody is opting for Oyinbo food, he will say, mo fẹ́ jẹ ọ̀jọ̀jọ̀. You know, you hardly see ọ̀jọ̀jọ̀ on the street now. I recall there was a particular time around 1:30 a.m. We go to his house and somebody asked him, what are you going to eat now? He said, mo fẹ́ jẹ ọ̀jọ̀jọ̀ àti ẹ̀kọ. It surfaced. So he's a down-to-earth traditional man. He's a down-to-earth Ibadan man, and he believes in the tradition of Ibadan. And part of the tradition has favored him to be the Olubadan of Ibadanland. Because if Ibadan has not given, it is only Ibadan that you are trained to become an Oba. You know, if it's in another town, they will opt to go to one of the ruling houses, people that have not been trained to really know how to administer a city will emerge as the probably through Ifa, or probably through the manipulation of some other people, or probably through merit. However, in Ibadan, when you start as a Mogaji, like you said the other time, you have to climb. And while climbing, you are learning all the intricacies, all it takes, and you are learning patience. Because you cannot be an Oba in a town of this nature without being patient. You know, and it's like when you have a product to sell and you have customers. Some of your customers will be stupid, some will be foolish, some will be arrogant, but essentially they will say the customer is always right. So because Oba Ladoja will now preside over all sorts of people, he has been trained as a senator of the Federal Republic, trained as a governor of Oyo State, and now he has Ibadan to contend with. I believe that he has all it takes that will make him a successful Oba. And you can see the galaxy of individuals that have been visiting him since he was pronounced.
There's never been anything like that.
It has never been anything like that. You know, and if you walk the streets of Ibadan, everywhere there is happiness. I think he's a man favored by God. He's a man of destiny. And like he said during his campaign, the campaign slogan was Ladoja De, Idera De, and I think Idera Tunti De by.
To think that he has also had to navigate very dangerous path as an elected senator. I mean, he didn't get to, like all the others, they couldn't serve out the term because the democracy was truncated. As the governor, he had his challenges in office. Even within the chieftaincy system, we know in the last couple of years he has had to stand his ground, fight a lot of battles.